Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. In the last episode, we were discussing the crossbow bolts. You see, Himiko only brought Kaito 1, but 3 were found at the scene, so how did the other 2 get there? Who else is involved in this? Who has been the most suspicious from the get-go, insisting, oh, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, even though we didn't really have any proof that would say that? Maki.
What are you saying?
I think you're involved, love.
Remember what Kokichi said.
But be careful! The electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you used it against an exisal, it'll run out of juice with just one shot. Got it.
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery.
And you were the only one who recharged yours immediately after we tried to escape. Everyone else left theirs and had to charge it overnight, but yours was fully charged.
That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
Maki, where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. A knife? Well, I suppose you know best.
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
She was.
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki.
That I disagree with. It could also have belonged to Kaito. Because Kaito didn't use his. We don't know where his ended up, but I think it's far more likely that that was Maki's. I think it is far more likely that it was Maki's.
And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party. She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the exisal with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after—
I'll kill your logic.
Oh.
Why are you doing this?
Because you're not being honest. What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Because I don't know what you're doing, love. I don't know what you're trying to achieve, and it could potentially end with us all dying, and I'm not down for that.
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you—
Yes, I'm the third party.
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an exisal, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit.
Okay. Okay.
You're right.
Let's see what we've got.
I used the electro hammer, and I used the exisal to enter the hangar too.
I believe
I
that.
also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
It's no use. She's not listening to me at all, but I can't back down here.
You're right.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, dear.
I used the electro hammer, and I used the exisal to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
The crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in their clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots. wouldn't result in a fatal injury. That's why the crossbow can't be the murder weapon.
No, okay.
Therefore,
Okay, no.
I'm not the culprit.
1 second. We have... I don't want to think that Maki is the culprit. I want to believe her. But the way she's scrambling to defend herself...
The arrows left holes in her clothes.
Yeah, we have poison.
Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back.
Yeah, and it's a deadly poison.
An arrow to each of those spots
Second.
wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Big chop.
I'll cut through your words. It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows.
And what was I saying? What was I saying? Poison. It's an assassin's trick. Here's my thought. Okay, this is all very interesting. Do I think that Maki is the killer? I've got to be honest, no. When she says, I didn't kill anyone, I'm not the culprit, I do believe her. I think she's being genuine. But she's clearly involved. She was clearly up to something. Again, I'm gonna keep saying what I've been saying throughout this entire trial. I don't know.
They would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit?
No, I don't think she is. Maki has come to the forefront during this investigation, during this trial. But there was so much focus on Kokichi and Kaito. There was so much focus on them. There was a little bit of focus on Kibo. But it was mainly just Kokichi and Kaito. And there's clearly something more going on. There is more to this than I can currently see. And I don't know what my gut is saying anymore. My gut says that Kaito being the victim, we've had all of the students say, oh, it's clearly him, it's clearly him. We had the video, but the video could have been paused. Therefore, it could have been manipulated. Not edited, but manipulated. We've even had Shuichi say, no, Kaito is clearly the victim. It's too soon. We're still in Act 1. I feel like Kaito being the victim and Kokichi being the culprit, I feel like that's too easy. I feel like that is just too easy. With how things are going, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if either both of them were dead or both of them were alive. I would not be surprised. Just some mega crazy twist, something like that. I just feel like Kaito being the victim, I feel like that's too easy. I feel like it's too easy and it's too soon.
There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito?
I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
Girl, the sacrifice that Maki is talking about must be... She's gonna take us all down. Girl.
That's it! She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then, by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
I don't think she is. I don't think she is. To be honest, I think that if Maki were the culprit, I think we'd have very limited evidence. I think that Maki is a professional assassin. She kills people for a living. I think if Maki killed someone, we would not know that they had died. I think they would just be missing. I don't think there would be an investigation. How would that even work? If you were able to kill someone and you were able to dispose of the body in such a way that no one knew, however, like, we haven't seen them for 2 weeks, clearly they're dead because there's no way out. How would that work?
This isn't over. Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
Shuichi! Buddy, what is your plan here?
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
What charisma? The man's a prick! What I'm sorry, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard! Oh my days! Oh my days, you can't make me laugh like that. That's the dumbest fucking thing.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
What?
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Thank you, Himiko. I was very confused then. I was very confused. Thank you, Himiko.
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Oh, intermission! Okay. Okay. Nah, it's fine. It's all good.
Well now.
And then the Monokuma and Cubs theater segment began. But with all the Monokubs destroyed, this segment was no longer possible. And so the curtain quickly fell. I'll take that. I'll take that. I want to get to the truth. I want to get to what Maki knows.
The flashback light became the motive.
Okay.
When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him.
But he didn't remember. Kokichi wasn't there, neither was Kaito. The person in the exisal has kept having these pauses. Every time, like, oh, the remnants of despair, hope's peak, yeah! Like, they've always had these pauses. The most blatant one was when, you know, someone was like, oh, Junko wouldn't want that. And he was like, Junko? Huh? The exisal, the culprit, whatever you want to call him, he was like, what? He was confused. He was confused, which matches up for both Kaito and Kokichi because they weren't there for the final flashback light. So I don't think that Kokichi remembers being a remnant of despair if Kokichi is in the exisal. I think this is... Again, I think this is all going to be one big meta joke. I think this is all going to be one big meta joke.
I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but...
You were naive.
Huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
Maki totally gets me!
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other.
Oh, hello. Hello, okay. So yeah, this is after Himiko managed to sneak Kaito the crossbow. This is in the main hangar area. This isn't in the bathroom. So okay, so he managed to get out. He's shot Kokichi. Kaito has shot Kokichi.
Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in. I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow. That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison? Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
That is interesting. I guess maybe because she thought even if this only just like nicks you, that small amount would still result in certain death. Whereas if you put something that like, oh, if like the minute it gets into your bloodstream, you die immediately. But she keeps missing him. Like, better to be able to get, like, a small amount in that will cause certain death than risking it on, like, oh, this is, like, immediate death, but you need to get a large dose of it in. Maybe that was her logic?
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died.
Oh, okay. Little bit of torture then.
And find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
Because he was a prick. That was... Sometimes there aren't any big reveals. Sometimes there is no good reason for something. Sometimes a prick is just a prick. Because he enjoys it. Like, that's... I think Maki, I think you may have been... I think you may have been trying to flog a dead horse there, girl.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right? He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game. Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully.
I'm telling you, whoever is in the Exisal is just sat listening to this going, what the fuck are they talking about? What are the remnants of despair, Junko? What it, like, I guarantee they are confused as hell. Confused as hell.
So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that?
He doesn't know. This is a really cool shot. This is really cool, but Maki, girl, he doesn't know. He didn't see the flashback light. He has no clue what you're talking about.
I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting a killing game when it should have ended? You already know it's all meaningless, and that I'm the mastermind. Do you love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow.
Oh. Kokichi's already been shot twice. He's already been shot twice. Kaito got him, then Maki got him in the back. The only person who is missing a shot is Kaito. We know that Kaito got shot in the arm.
But then... What?
Kaito protected Kokichi?
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
At that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison.
She ran to go get the antidote. She ran to get the antidote.
I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time?
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that...
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito.
Okay. This feels... from a literary standpoint, this provides the perfect twist of like, oh, she thought she killed him, but she didn't. We are in Act 2 now. We are in Act 2. So we are going to start closing in on the truth.
When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore. I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe you are. You're too obvious.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right? He already went to space.
Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap.
That's a bit weird. The cap's on. The cap's on. That's. I mean, to be fair, it would be a bit of a faff having to animate him taking the lid off, but like, still, that's a bit weird.
Or maybe not, because now another class trial is going to start.
Class trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
Again, I get that this is supposed to be like, oh my god, my heart, oh my god, I'm just... Like, Kaito's clearly hurt. This is fantastic. This brings me joy. I should say, the voice actor's doing a really good job. The voice actor is doing a really... Like, you can tell he's in pain. You can tell, like, he's got a quiver in his voice. He's doing a really good job. But I just hate this character, so I'm just like, wee! This is amazing!
What?
Aww, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse, huh? Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Don't you worry, Maki-Roll. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
You're still full of energy, even like that. You really are not boring.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you...
Don't mind me. Run, Maki-Roll. Just hurry up and run. Run. And live. You gotta live.
But I refused to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife. In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave. That's when I made up my mind. As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial. In exchange for all of your lives.
So that's what happened.
Here's the thing, if that is just what happened, what are we gonna do for the rest of the class trial? Again, I come to the meta argument of we still have the second half of the class trial. So if it's all just been revealed, then what are we gonna do? I should just say, I believe Maki. I believe that Maki thinks this is the truth. I believe that she believes that she has killed Kaito. Oh, there goes my timer. Okie doke. Excuse me, there we go. I believe that she believes it's the truth. I don't think it is. I don't think it is because we've still got the second half of the class trial left. We've only just begun Act 2. There has to be more. There has to be more twists and turns. There has to be more to this. Kokichi was definitely planning something. I said this before, I'm pretty sure. In a way, Kokichi did stop the killing game. I don't think he was the mastermind. He was too obvious. He was much, much too obvious, and it got revealed in the wrong chapter. That's the kind of thing you would save till chapter 6. You wouldn't reveal that in chapter 5. So I think in his own really fucked up way, he had actually ended the killing game. And I think Maki coming, I think maybe that sent his plans into flux. He wasn't sure. However, the fact that he was like, oh, that's not boring. He was clearly intrigued. I think Kokichi is a planner. He is a plotter. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what Kaito was planning. To be honest, I could see Kaito's plan just being kill Kokichi before I die. Kokichi, on the other hand, he is definitely the type to come up with something grand, something tricksy. I think Maki's series of events caused Kokichi to come up with something. I don't know what. But I think Kokichi, I'm not entirely sure who's dead. I am no longer sure who is dead. Based on what I've seen, I think that Kokichi was planning something. What, I can't say. But I definitely think he was planning something. And maybe we'll get a little bit more information in the next episode. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.